So one question that I get a lot is, do I need a compost starter to make compost? So there's a lot of confusion around this question, so let's dive in and sort this out for you. So do I need a compost starter? The short answer is no. The compost process is natural and will happen if the conditions are right. But if you want a better, faster composting, you may want to include it. So here's the 3 reasons you might want to include a compost starter. Number 1, composting faster. You will need the beneficial microbes to create a good compost pile. So if your pile is lacking in microbes, your pile may be very slow. Number 2 is microbe diversity. So your garden will have a specific population of microbes, and it's good for any garden to increase the microbial population and diversity of species. Each microbe species will interact specifically with the different plants and provide different nutrients for each of the plants. Okay, number 3 is more nutrients available to your plants. So with more nutrients available to your plants from the diverse collection of microbes, your plants can grow bigger, the flavor of your produce will be enhanced, and the plants will be more pest resistant. So these are 3 great reasons to add a diversity of microbes to your compost pile. Now here are 3 suggestions for getting your hands on a compost starter. So number 1, you can use your own garden soil. I like the idea of this because it's inexpensive, but you will not be adding any new microbe species to your compost pile. So I like to source different compost starters from other areas to add more diversity to my microbial population. All right, number 2, you can use compost from another person's pile. So do you have a friend who has a garden and their organic garden looks robust and healthy? So their compost pile may be a great source of new microbes for your compost pile. All right, number 3, you can buy compost starters online. So shop around for one with a lot of microbial diversity. Now that we have a source, how do we use a compost starter? So compost starters, they're really easy to use. If you are using garden soil, you just start your new compost pile with some added soil. So I would use a half a gallon of soil to a 3 cubic foot pile. So you want to sprinkle it around and just stir that in. Okay, next, if you're buying a compost starter, then just follow the directions. So the company selling it will have good directions for you. So I love the diversity and robustness of my garden, and I've been working on the microbial population for years. And I feel that we have an excellent microbial population in our compost, so I just use a little bit of my old compost pile to start my new pile. So I will use 1 quart of my compost to start a 3 cubic foot pile. So if any of you would like to get a quart of our compost to start your next pile and share in our diversity of microbes, you can go to our website, thelivingfarm.org/shop/, and you can find our compost there. And I will also put the link in the description below so you can go and find it that way.